Hi guys, welcome back. Another episode of No Clue Garage. Man, we had an exciting couple of weeks. You guys keep up with the channel. You saw we put the front air ride adjusters and air ride on this old stink bug. And man, I've been driving the heck out of it. I'm liking it. I've still got some things I got to figure out, but it's pretty cool. Now I've got the itch to do the rear. I don't have that kind of budget right now, but maybe soon. Oh gosh. Let's see, what are we doing now? This week's video is going to be a little different. We might work on VW, very little. Depends on what all we get done. But a pretty big project ahead of me this weekend. As you guys know, we're already mid-October. It's going to start cooling off here soon, and I'm going to want to keep putting videos out for you guys. So I've got a little project that I'm going to want to do here. My kids just happen to be out of school on fall break, so I'm going to employ some free child labor. They're not excited about it. I am. But as you can see behind me here, this is my shop. This is my garage. This is where I've got to do work. Basic 2-car garage. And then let me flip this camera around so you guys can see. So when this house was built, they put garage doors on both the front and the back of the garage. So you could drive through and go into the backyard. Well, then I believe this back here started out as a carport. And then they enclosed the side. Then they enclosed the back. Then they enclosed the whole thing. So I basically got a 4-car garage here. But as you can see, it is stacked full of junk. I can barely walk back here right now. I've got to clean stuff up. Hey, there's a VW engine. We might rebuild that one day. I don't know. Well, through all of my hobbies and my tendency to kind of hoard stuff, I've gotten pretty full back here. So this week, it's supposed to be pretty nice weather-wise. I do got a chance of rain on Friday, which I'm going to have to keep my eye on. But what we're going to do is we're going to gut both areas here. This whole garage is getting gutted. And by gutted, I mean everything in here is going into the driveway. I think the hardest part about that is I'm going to have to put up a sign that says not a yard sale. Our town's really big into yard sales. So I don't want random people just coming up and starting to go through my stuff. But I want to gut this whole thing out. And then if you see behind me, the walls and the ceiling is just bare metal. Well, I wasn't the only one that was a hoarder. My father-in-law was kind of a hoarder too on stuff that he could get. And before he passed away, he acquired a trailer load. I want to say a trailer load of insulation kits for a discontinued military tent that they don't use anymore. He bought them at one of those military auctions. With the same idea in mind, he hung some up to insulate the area of his shop that he was working in. Well, we don't have the use for those over at my mother-in-law's anymore. And instead of just throwing them away, because I can't get anybody to take them, military surplus stores don't even want them, I'm going to bring them over here. And I am going to insulate this whole back part. Hopefully help keep some of that cold out. I'm going to try, maybe not this weekend, but as we get closer to wintertime, put some foam insulation in that front garage door too. But the main thing with insulating it is I've also got an old potbelly wood stove. And this here is just metal. I'm not afraid to cut a stovepipe hole through that. So if I can get everything done, I am going to put a wood burning stove back here too. So that, and we're in Southwest Oklahoma. We don't get Arctic temps like some people do up north, where it's below freezing for a month at a time. There's times where we'll go below freezing for, 4 or 5 days in a row. But it's still, even when it's 30 degrees outside, it's, for us down here, it's difficult for us to work outside. It's pretty chilly. So I want to do that so that we still have an area where we can put out videos this winter. We can work on stuff. If I clean everything up and organize everything, we'll be able to pull the wife's car in and pull the engine out, clean everything up, work on her interior, and still be inside where it's comfortable to do. And my biggest problem this whole ordeal is the getting started deal. So, like I always say, hardest part about any project is getting started. So that's what we're going to do this week. I just got home from work. You see back over here, we've got the smoker going with some pork chops. So we're not going to do much out here tonight. Going to hang out with the kids, eat some dinner, hang out with the wife. And starting bright and early tomorrow morning, we're going to go over, hook up our trailer, and load up all those insulation kits and bring them back over here so that we can get started. One good thing about gutting all this is I'm at that point now where I know I need to get rid of some stuff. So I'm going to go through all this and figure out, do I really want that? When was the last time I used it? If not, put it on the old Facebook Marketplace or set it out by the road. If it's not worth going through the hassle. I hate Facebook Marketplace. I hate that place. It's, you know, you could put something on there that's worth $100 and try to sell it for $5 and they still want to nickel and dime you, or they want you to deliver it 200 miles away. Like, no. But anyway, I've got an old soda machine over there I'm going to put up for sale. I know that I'll probably post it before you guys see the video, but you know, if it's still available, if anybody's looking for one, it's 1970s with the Coke bottles. You turn it, it gets cold. Coin mechanism works. I think it's time for that to go. It's in the way. I tend to collect old radio equipment, vacuum tube stuff. Really gets me. I've got like 5 old antique radios inside that we just kind of use for decor. But might be time to start going through some of that stuff. But I want to get this place cleaned up. Whew. I might need to go check on the smoker. Those pork chops are going to be pretty good. So that's our plan for this week. And I'm planning on bringing you guys along for most of it. I'm going to see how much work I can get out of the kids. This might be fun. The girls, they're going to be themselves. They're going to want to play. The boy is going to be kind of hard to pry away from his video games, but I can do it. So bright and early tomorrow morning, me and him are going to head over and go get that stuff done. So yeah, we just got to get started. Wood. Any of you guys just keep random pieces of wood? A whole stack of it. I don't know what I'm going to use it for, but you never know. You never know. Anyway, I'm going to shut this thing off and just hang out with the family. And I will bring you guys back bright and early tomorrow morning. We're going to go get the trailer. I might even have to work on my father-in-law's truck. I say old truck. It's 2017, but it doesn't get drove much since he's passed. It's time for a new battery. So I might put a new battery in it for my mother-in-law. So I'll bring you guys along for most of this journey and we'll have some fun. I know it might be a little boring. It's not VW stuff, but sometimes you got to do the real work too. You know, the other stuff that you don't like doing. So, all right, tomorrow morning, we'll be back. Hi guys, it's early morning. Sunrise just coming up.
Cold.
Yeah, it's a little chilly this morning, but it's nice. We're gonna try to get this work done before it gets hot. And it's not gonna get hot, but like I told you guys yesterday, we're out here at the mother-in-law's. I'm gonna get those insulating sheets out of her shop, but we've got a little work to do before that. So that's the truck I was telling you about. That used to belong to my father-in-law before he passed away. That was his pride and joy. It's 2017. The battery's finally given up the ghost on it, so we just had to jump start it. Wasn't too bad, huh? Started right up. So we're gonna get this thing hooked up to the trailer, and then we got to get out there to that shop and get some stuff moved out of the way so we can get loaded up and get back home and start our our fun project for the weekend, huh?
Yay.
Happy fall break, huh, dude? Yeah, he's not too happy that I'm putting him to work for fall break. But we're gonna get the trailer hooked up and then we're gonna open up and start moving stuff around. You gotta line me up when we get over there.
Okay. not tall. It's not tall enough.
Yeah. I can't remember if this one gets tall enough. We might have to put the brick under it and then. I forgot this truck has a camera.
Oh.
Mine does.
Camera.
That camera's so nice. I wish ours had one.
It did. For a
Well,
while.
yeah, that aftermarket one that I added, but it was really glitchy. Ow, fingers.
Doesn't usually seem like most cars.
Huh?
Doesn't on other cars don't really see the stuff coming out.
Well, it's just because it's cooler out right now.
Yeah.
And this thing's been sitting for a while, so there's a lot of condensation in the mufflers
Yeah.
and the pipes and stuff.
That
So
makes
it's just
sense.
the condensation being burned off.
Yeah.
Alright, we're gonna move this thing. This off right here.
Tree. Brick. Brick.
Oh, well, we're in the shop, and I forgot how much junk's in the way. Oh, I'm not looking forward to this. All right, so we've got to move all this stuff out of the way. And then back there is 3 full pallets of these military tent insulation deals that we're gonna take. I know we're not gonna need them all, but we're gonna take them all. And what we don't need, I'll just try to get rid of them. Maybe somebody on Facebook Marketplace pay $5 a piece. I don't know. We'll see. What do you think, dude? You know the good thing about this though is she's been hesitant. This shop looks the same as it did when my father-in-law passed away 8 years ago now. We haven't really done anything in here, and it needs to be. Every time we start talking about it, of course, sentimental, and she's like, well, I don't know if I'm ready. I'm hoping that us getting this stuff out of here is going to go ahead and trigger that deal on her that says, hey, it's time. We need to get that shop cleaned out. It's been 8 years, and it's going to be tough, but it's time. You know, this was his woodworking shop. Oh, cool, guys. Look what I just found. Him's just a little guy. Come here, dude. Now, I'm not a snake connoisseur, so I don't know what kind he is. I don't think he's a bad one, but I'm not going to mess with him.
He alive?
Yeah, he's alive, and he's off in the shop somewhere now. Hey, anyway, there's our metal cutting bandsaw. Oh yeah, look, he's He's down under there. Him's not happy. That's okay. He's a good snake. He'll go and eat some mysises. But yeah, see, that's the exact reason why we need to get in here and get this place cleaned up. That, and I can see stuff all chewed up from mice. We've got to get in here. But this was what he called his wood shop. He was also a carpenter, and he had his own remodeling and handyman side business. So there's wood and all kinds of carpentry tools stacked up in here. So we've got to get in here and get this cleaned out. So I'm hoping that us doing this is going to trigger her that it's time. So we're going to put this camera up, and we're going to get started cleaning stuff out, because we got to get this done and get back to the house, because we've got a lot of work to do on our own. So, all right. Okay, so we made it back to the house. That was a uneventful trip. We had to pull over once and restrap some of the stuff down. Let's spin around here. Got a full trailer load. Now the funny thing is I've got 15 of those things on that trailer. I think I only need 1, 2, 3, maybe 4. So I got to figure out what to do with the rest. Mother-in-law doesn't want them at her place. We've got no use for them out there anymore. If I end up insulating her shop, her barn, we're going to do spray foam. So yeah, but as you can see, I've got a big open area out here. And we're going to get started. Swing around. I'm taking a little breather. We're going to start gutting all that stuff way back there in the back. I've got to completely gut that, take the lights off the ceiling. There's a big shelf back there. It's got paint and wood and stuff like that. I take everything out so that we can start insulating, hanging this insulation up, and then we'll start reorganizing, putting things back in. So this ought to be fun. Hey, you guys about ready to start getting to work? Yeah, what about you, Allie? You gonna help me take all that stuff out?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I still have my bow in.
You still have your bow in? Alright, so we'll bring you guys back periodically as we do it. This is gonna take, I've got 4 days to get this done. So I should be able to, hopefully. We just gotta watch. There's a chance for overnight rain and storms tomorrow, so I'm hoping to have everything that can get messed up back inside before the rain hits tomorrow evening. And then on top of all that, the wife's still working. She works from home, so she's still inside working. Then let's see, we got a vet appointment this afternoon. I cooked dinner for the family. You know, all the normal stuff that gets in the way of working in the shop. So we'll get it done though. All right, let's get after it. Alright, so just checking back in. As you can see, I've got a mess going outside. Cameron's over here working his butt off. Really being a big hand today. We just took a little load to the scrapyard. Some old stuff I had laying around, wasn't never gonna use. Some metal, got a little bit of change out of it. Slipped him a little bit too for helping. But we're getting closer. I've still got some cabinets to take off the walls and some of the bigger stuff to move out of the way. And then got to take the lights off the ceiling and unwire those so I can put the insulation up and then put the lights back up. So we just sat down, had a little breather when we got back, and we're getting back at it now. Okay, so we're making a little progress. Not as much as I'd like, but it's moving slow. You can see we've got most of this all gutted out. I just killed the power to the lights because I've got to get up there and take these light fixtures down. I'm going to put them back up once we get the insulation up. As soon as the wife gets home, I'm going to have her and the boy help me get this cabinet off the wall. And then again, we'll just hang it back up over the insulation. Oh, this is a bigger project than I thought, guys. Kind of bit off more than I wanted to chew right now, but it's got to be done. If I'm going to work in here in the winter, I got to get it insulated and get some heat in here. So I'm going to get after it. Again, all right, the wife's home, so I think it's time for a breather and maybe some tacos. So we'll be back in a little while. All right, so first sheet of insulation's coming out of the package. Now these are old military tent insulations. I don't know for what tent. Yeah, very big. Like I said, it's only going to take maybe 2 or 3 of these to do this whole garage. Look, they're brand new.
Is that a window?
No, that's not. I believe that's unvelcroed. It should be the stovepipe. The other end. I think that's the stovepipe where you run the pipe for the.
Window.
Yeah, it might be a window.
I don't know. This might only take one.
They're only about half the garage width, but it one will run from this end all the way over there and down.
Are you sure?
It should. Mm-mm. Cameron, lay your end back down. I saw another flap here. We need to figure out if there's a stovepipe pass through one of them. One of them should have, under one of those flaps, should have a piece of rubber. It's either that or it's going to have one of the really big ones for the, I forget. Last time I worked on a military tent, it was tents from the 80s and 70s, and they used stoves. Nowadays, they've got those fancy air conditioning units.
Tent section.
What does it say? Tent section, temper tent. Okay, I've heard of those before. I used to work in a military surplus store.
I think this is a short edge.
Uh-huh.
Huh. So where do you want the short?
We're gonna start over here, and we're gonna figure out how to attach it up here, and then it's gonna stretch across this way and then down the back.
So this end for sure has hooks. You want that on this end?
I don't know yet. I'm still thinking.
Betsy, what are you doing to do? That's the idea.
See this?
Betsy, what are you doing?
Dad pointed it up for some reason.
What are you doing, you? It's off of it, Cameron. I like petting on the dog, does it? It's after this.
All right, so we're calling it a night. This was a little more headache than I thought it was going to be hanging up, but we got one sheet hung up, as you can see. Plus, I'm going to have light fixtures that's going to hold this up higher. Very long, so I'm going to have to come down here and cut the bottom off, put a side piece. Once I get the side piece and get this all up, then I can move the stuff from the other side of the shop and start over. Only problem I'm having is that these pieces are only 8 foot wide and the shop is 18 foot. So that means I'm going to have a 2 foot strip somewhere that I'm going to have to cut a whole piece down to shove in there, but we'll do it. We got extra.
Hey, that extra.
Yeah, we might be able to cut some of those off.
And put it where the 2 foot.
Yeah, put it down there. Even Cameron's wore out tonight. So we're going to call it a night. I've still got all my stuff in the driveway, so I think I'm going to sleep with the window open tonight. But we're going to get back out here early, first thing in the morning, and get back at it. And these little halogen lights are hot. All right, so I'll bring you guys back after I wake up and I have my morning coffee. Well, it's the next morning. As you can tell by my voice, I'm really enthused about having to finish what I've started. I've created a mess. Halfway through, I'm regretting starting this project, but it needed to be done. Still only got that one sheet of insulation hung up, but now that we got an idea of how it's got to hang up, it should go a little quicker. So, just sitting out here, having a cup of coffee. That Mexican espresso coffee, was it Cafe Bustelo or something like that? Man, I have 2 of these cups, and that stuff kicks me in the butt. It gets me moving. That's some good stuff. So I'm just sitting high. Everybody's still asleep. Well, the wife's already clocked in working, but kids are still asleep. I'm not going to wake them up. Let them sleep in a little bit. They're on their fall break. When they wake up, they'll come out and give me a hand, if that's what you want to call it. I mean, the boys been helping a lot. The girls are just being the girls. I mean, how much can you ask out of a 7 and a 5-year-old? They're real good at putting stuff in your way when you're walking around. But, you know, it's part of life. So I'm going to sit here. I'm going to finish off this cup of coffee. I'm watching the latest Mordsky repair video here on the TV here in the garage, talking about a Monte Carlo that his friend had. So I like the Monte Carlo, especially those earlier years with the round headlights. What was that? 70 to 75-ish, something like that. So I'm going to finish watching his video, finish off my cup of coffee, and we're going to get back here in the back and get back to work. Oh, man. Really regretting starting this. I was surfing through Facebook. I spent all week, I don't like Facebook search. All week long, I was just searching through Facebook, looking for events going on around me. Mostly looking for an excuse not to do this weekend, but nothing ever popped up. And then last night I was sitting here, and there's I think one of the biggest swap meets in Oklahoma is up north of us by about, 45 minutes in Chickasha. And they have it twice a year. Yeah, it's going on this weekend. I mean, there's not really much I'm looking for. I mean, I'm always looking for stuff, but, I really can't think of anything major I need to go up there for. But I saw that come across last night while I'm looking at my pile of stuff still sitting in the driveway. I was like, there's no way I'm going to be done. Speaking of swap meets, just one thing I'll gripe about. Tell me if they do this where you guys are at. Around here, we have a swap meet here in our local town I want to say it's like in March every year. But the Chickasha one that they do up here, big one they do twice a year, they have them Thursday. They start Thursday. And they go Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Well, 90% of the people that go to those are working folks like me that work 9 to 5 Monday through Friday. And the past few years that I've gone on Saturday, I've gotten there early, before noon, like 10, 11 o'clock. And being that it's the last day of swap meet, everybody's already packing up to leave. I know they say you kind of find the best deals on the last day. People are not wanting to haul their stuff home. But it's kind of hard to look through stuff while they're sitting there actively packing it up because they're wanting to get out of there to get home. I kind of wish they would do like a Friday, Saturday, Sunday type deal. so that working folk like me could get there and spend a full day out there Saturday looking through everything. But it is what it is, I guess. Never really had good luck at the swap meets around here. Of course, I don't have big budget that, I see a lot of stuff that I'd like to have, but I don't have big budget where I can plan on getting stuff, whether to use or turn around and resell. So most of the time I'm looking for specific things, and most of the time I'm looking for VW stuff. And around here, unless you go to a VW specific swap meet, you're not going to find much. And there's somebody's out enjoying an early morning plane ride out there. Pretty low too. Yeah, we got an airport a couple miles from us, small little airport in our little town. So, but yeah, that was me just complaining on a Friday morning. So I'm gonna finish this coffee off, and we'll get back up. I'll set up. I know there's gonna be a lot of time lapse. I don't know how good this video is. Oh, speaking of this, I know this little segment's all over the place. I posted that video of finishing up the air ride last week. That video's doing really well. I mean, in my standards, really well. I'm not on the lines of a Mordsky or, a Puddin's Fab Shop or Sleeper Dude or any of them. They put it up, and within an hour, they've got thousands of views. But that video's been up for, I think, 4 days now, and I'm approaching 200 views, which is really good for me. So if any of you guys are coming back from watching that video, I do apologize that this one's not VW related. I am a VW guy, but I can only do so much on that. So there's going to be a lot of other content on this video, on this channel. So if you did watch that video, thank you guys. I've got a few comments on it, some likes. I really appreciate that. But if you're coming over from watching that one, I do apologize. This is not a VW related video. I'll at least take some video of the old stink bug and stuff. I put some dress up stuff. Well, I still got to put some more, but I put little headlight eyebrows on it. And then I got one of my little gel bar grill inserts on the front that I was missing. And, so I'll have a clip or two of it in here, but this isn't a full VW video like the last one. So I appreciate you coming back and watching, though, and stick with me. We'll do more VW stuff soon, and we're gonna have other stuff. I keep telling the boy he's getting older now. He's almost 12. We got to get working on his truck. He's got that 1980 Chevy square body that has no engine, transmission. One of the ball joints is busted, so that A-arm's laying out on it. We got to get that stuff going. So, at some point in time, this channel's going to show a lot of square body stuff when we're working on that. I've got to work on my Harley. At some point in time, I might have a video, too, of changing out gaskets on the Harley. So, but I do appreciate each and every one of you guys for watching. Whether you're here for VW, you're here for anything else, or you're here killing time, or you actually like the videos I put out. I appreciate every one of you. So this coffee's got me talky too. So chatty. What's the word I'm looking for? Yeah. I need to shut my mouth, finish this coffee so I can get back to work. All right, guys. All right, so we're continuing on. Got the boy out here helping me now. And we started hanging one of the side sheets. Now we just got to get up there. There's Velcro on here where these two attach. Figure out how I'm going to attach it up high, attach it there. I've got this end screwed up with some self-tappers and some fender washers. And then we'll go down and maybe put one or two. The thing with insulation is you don't want to compress it real tight against the wall because that air gap is what gives you the insulation. So I'm not going to, force it all down up against the wall. Now I got to get over here in the corner, and we're going to start in this corner, get back there in that gap, and work our way down. You about ready, dude? Yeah, I know, me too. I'm ready to be done with this project. We're not even halfway there. So let's just get after it. All right. How long we been recording? So we've been at it for an hour and a half now. All right, my arms are tired. What about you? We've got maybe a third done of the garage. And as you can see, I'm gonna let most of this hang loose. I might come back and just lightly attach these. But so you can see we've got a third of the garage. And it's crazy. Tell them how much you could feel the difference.
Yes.
If you reach your hand up above the insulation, you can feel the heat of this radiant sun. How much this is already keeping the heat out. It is crazy. It's really hot back there, huh?
Ow.
That's crazy. Now I believe, I'm pretty sure because I tested it with a lighter. And this stuff is flame retardant. It's nylon, I mean it'll melt, but it's got flame retardant in it. The only thing I worry about is that these are old fluorescent fixtures. Those, what do you call them? The ballasts get kind of warm. But they don't like catch fire hot, but I'm just worried about it melting the stuff in between. I don't know, we'll get it out in a little bit. So we're gonna take a quick like 5-minute break, and then we have to clear this pile of wood out. We got to start moving all these cabinets over to that finished wall.
I'm saying we make shelves out of the wood for the wood.
I don't have time for that right now.
Okay.
Right now it's all going to get stacked out there in the driveway.
Yeah, or here.
Anything that is less than maybe 2 foot long, or is that fake wood composite stuff that's not even good, is getting thrown in the back of the orange truck so we can go throw it in the burn pile. But we got to get all that moved over. But we're going to take a quick break. It is crazy. You can feel the radiant heat right here off the metal roof. You step back here and you can't feel it. Oh man, this is going to be so nice. Anyway, we got to get after it because they're calling for rain later this evening, overnight, and tomorrow. Storm chances tomorrow. And I've still got everything out in the driveway. So we got to get after it. Like I said, we're going to take a quick 5-minute break and then we're going to get back at it. We'll probably bring you back once we got all this stuff gutted. I've already got enough time lapse for you guys. You guys see what we got going on. So, all right, guys. Whew. It's like midnight. I didn't record a lot because we were in a mad rush. We've got cold front blowing in with wind and thunderstorms and rain. So I had to try to get everything that couldn't get wet out of the weather. But all the insulation is up. All the lights are rehung. I got to do a little bit of work stretching up a piece up top. Oh, let me show you. All right, here it is. All the insulation's up. All the lights are hung back up. I will need to get some new lights sometime. But earlier when we had just this one piece here and this was open, you could step from one side to the other and feel the difference from the radiant heat coming off the metal roof. It's crazy. Got my cabinets. I need to go back through there. Like I said, I'm a hoarder, so I hoard a lot of stuff. A couple of them are full of just like old two-way radios and stuff. I'm also a ham radio nerd on the side. Sometimes I like messing with that, so I collect a lot of that stuff. My random shelf there, I got to clean it all up. But like I said, there's stuff thrown everywhere because we were just trying to get stuff in that couldn't get wet. And then I've got another cabinet behind that door. I'm going to put that door up for sale tomorrow. I was going to try to put it in the wall over here. I just don't have the time to do it and the means to do it right now. It's not that important though. But welder, cutting torches, all that kind of stuff. Train horns. Should we put those train horns on the bug? If I could figure out where. Kids' toys back here. Paint cabinet. Everybody's got to have a paint cabinet. Alrighty. So I'm going to call it off for the evening. And we're going to pick back up organizing. Now I've just got to organize. And we're going to pick that back up tomorrow. And my oldest daughter's going to come and hang out with us here at the house for a few hours. She's already said, she's like, I'll help too. I'm like, all right, I'll put you to work. So, wife and boy already went on inside. As you can see behind me, it's midnight, it's dark. They already went inside, they're cleaning up, about to go to bed. I'm about to go in there, take a shower. I'm covered in dirt and dust and all kinds of crap. But I'm gonna clean up and then we'll get back at it in the morning. Here we go. Random VW engine shot for you. I had to throw some VW in there somewhere. All right, guys, we'll bring it back in the morning. Okay, well, I gotta be honest with you guys. It's actually Sunday. We did very little yesterday. For one, it rained like almost half of the day. Two, my oldest daughter came over and hung out with us for a few hours. So we hung out, the kids played, we made burgers, we had a good time. So, as you guys saw, Friday night we were trying to beat the rain. So we've got some stuff packed in here. Some of it's kind of where it's going to go. Some of it's just thrown in here. So today, it is not, you can see I got a hoodie. It's like 60 degrees outside. It was like upper 40s when I woke up early this morning. But it's a nice day, so we're going to get after it. I've got to clean up the main part of the garage now and start putting stuff back here organized wise. And get the little bit of stuff back in. I did put a battery in the orange truck yesterday. We had to go get the kids' Halloween costumes. So Spirit Halloween place right down the road from Walmart. So I just bought a Walmart battery for that truck. It barely gets drove. So, you know, no need to spend the $400 or $500 battery in it. So I'm about to make the kids get out here because they've got a lot of toys and stuff out here that we've got to figure out what to do with. Speaking of which, there's Allie. Hi, baby.
Hi.
You're not too chilly in just your dress?
Yeah.
Okay, you can get some shoes on too, okay?
Okay.
So yeah, we're going to get this stuff finished up today. There's not a lot left to do. It's just a lot of the tedious organizing stuff. Just organize, get all that back there. My goal is, though, I want to get this whole area cleaned up with enough room that we can park a bug in here for a few days and work on it. I would like to be able to park a bug back there too, but I've got the Harley and all this other stuff, so I don't know if that's going to happen. But I would like to clean all this up and get that other roll-around workbench out. I've got to get that Dr. Pepper machine out, try to get it sold. Maybe. I did sell a couple things yesterday on Facebook Marketplace, and we did a couple scrap metal runs. I had a bunch of stuff back here I was never going to use. So, not to give away future video, but I think I'm going to use that money I got to buy the air shocks for the back. I didn't get nowhere near enough to buy the $1,700 rear air ride kit. I would love to do that. No, but I've got, about $100, and I can buy a set of air shocks and just do a static lower, put the air shocks just to help pick it up when I need to. So that's a little future video. You got your hoodie on, huh?
Reese's.
Your Reese's hoodie? All right, so I'm going to go get the kids. She's already out here. Get them ready. Get the wife out here. And we're just going to tackle this today. We'll try to bring you guys back. I might set up another time. There's going to be a lot of time lapse in this video. But we'll bring you back periodically and see how it's going. Hey, what are you guys doing?
Nothing. Tearing up on my high school shirts.
For what? What are you making, Maddie?
Nothing.
Shop rags? Yeah. What's that hat you got on? That's a cool hat. Where'd you get that?
Swap meet.
Oh, yeah, I remember. That was that one that girl gave you, huh?
Random girl was selling them for like $1.
Yeah. Cool. Cool. So, all right. So, make me lots of shop rags, okay?
Why?
Allie, you're going to fall doing that. Yeah, you will.
Oh, gosh. Did you put that this purple? No. I just found it.
seeing on Wednesday that sets the stage for fair rain chances through the day Thursday night, and into Friday with some widely scattered.
Behind, we can get the generator out. Oh, she makes a lot right there. All right. One more out.
That was a lot of work.
A lot. I know I said I was going to bring you guys back, but we just booked it. All right. I think we're done for the day. What are you hiding for, dude? Yeah. This dude helped me out a lot this weekend. But he got paid for it, huh?
$20.
Yeah. We did some metal scrapping. I gave him a little chunk of it. Oh. Okay. This part we can drive in and out of. It is still not clean. I know I wanted to get to that stuff this weekend. Just not gonna happen. That's gonna be maybe throughout this week. I want to clean all this stuff off, and that big metal thing's going away. But I'm gonna flip this camera around and show you guys. Here's the garage. Now I know it might not look much different than it did before, except a little cleaner. But the reason it was such a hassle is this. It is fully insulated now. Fully insulated. So I tell you, in the summertime, it's probably 120 degrees, if not more back here.
It's like a little oven.
Yeah, it's like an oven. In the wintertime, I have to shut this garage door just to keep it above freezing inside the garage. Because, you know, house built in the 50s, there's no insulation in the attic or in the walls. But with this now, my plan is somewhere, once I do a little more organizing, I'm going to put a wood burning stove back here somewhere. Probably right there, or maybe right in this area. I'm just waving my hands around and doing all this stuff, but somewhere back here. I've got a little potbelly stove, and I won't put that in here. Firewood's not that big a deal. We got a stove inside the house we keep firewood for too, so. But that's the plan. But now that that's done, the main thing is now the Harley's back here, so it's not up in the main area. So now I can get a bug in here to work on it, which maybe next weekend's video. I don't know. We'll see. So what do you guys think? Yeah. I even got my reels. I'm a hoarder. Let me tell you, these cabinets, we were gonna throw them away at work. They're here. Those spools, we were gonna throw them away at work. No, they're here. You know, I'm telling you.
That's everything.
Yeah,
Just pretty much everything in here was going to be thrown away at work at one point.
just about. Even that soda machine that I got that works. Our old GM was gonna throw it away. I said, no, I'm gonna take it.
Doesn't really work.
No,
Yeah, it
it works
works.
just too well.
It just gets
well.
too cold.
Too well.
I just gotta turn the thermostat down.
And then we
But,
have to put the fridge back here.
Guys, I think that's gonna wrap it for this week.
What we should do.
This video is probably going to be a couple days late because I am wore out, and I don't know if I'm going to get to sit down and try to edit. And honestly, I don't know how good of a video this one's going to be. But I'll get it and I'll put it out anyway. You know, it might just be a
It's
quick
like
little.
a second channel.
Yeah. Eventually, I'm going to start my second channel, and we're going to put these kind of videos.
Butterfly.
Yeah. So, yeah, a big butterfly. We're in the migration pattern for the monarchs, and they've been flying around all day today. Big, huge things. But on that note, again, thank everybody for watching. Last week's video got a pretty good response. Got a few likes and some comments and a lot of views. Of course, it was bug content, you know. A lot of people out there like to watch bug content. This is going to be a chore video, so I'm probably not going to do very good on this video. But still, if you watch it, like and subscribe, comment. You know, I don't care what you comment, just comment something, you know. So just let us know. Let us know if you want us to keep doing these. Again, go check us out on Facebook, TikTok. That's all we're at right now. Facebook and TikTok, No Clue Garage 580. and we'll see what we get into next week. I want to work on the bug, but also next Saturday there's a deal going on in town with the big Main Street where kids get to dress up in their costumes and go trick-or-treating from store to store. So that's going to take a couple hours out of my Saturday. But I want to try to work on the bug a little bit. I've got some issues with it. Battery cables. We'll work on that. So, all right. I think we're going to wrap this up. We've got brats and hot links on the grill. We're going to go eat. So, till next time, we'll see you guys.